Hi guys, welcome back to Spelling and Word Study. My name is Mrs. Rhoades and I'm here to get you started on Unit 5, Short O. Please take a second to gather your materials. You'll need your green book open to page 35. You'll also need some colorful writing utensils. Remember, whatever I mark up on the board, you should be marking on your page. Please find some space for a key. If you can't fit it on here, a sticky note or another sheet of paper will be fine. If at any point I'm moving too fast, feel free to pause the video and catch up. All right, so today's lesson concludes our study of short vowels. So far we've talked about short A and short E. We spent 2 weeks talking about short I, 1 week with words that contain an I, and then a week of words that contain Y. Today we're going to be looking at short O. The fifth short vowel is U, but we won't be covering that in these units. All right, so please repeat after me. Accommodate, compensate, complicated, comprehend, consolidate, cooperate, dominate, economy, hippopotamus, misconduct, modify, molecule, nominate, obstacle, omnivore, poverty, prosecute, rhombus, thermometer, and volatile. Hopefully you heard that ah sound, that short O in each word. Okay, we have really big words, but we're not scared. We're just going to break them into smaller chunks called syllables. So choose a color, and the first word we're going to slice is accommodate. We're going to slice it between the C's, and then between the M's, and then after the O. Accommodate. Compensate. After the M and after the N. Complicated. Complicate, yeah. Comprehend. Comprehend. Consolidate, cooperate, dominate, economy, hippopotamus. There's a 5-syllable word. Misconduct, modify, molecule, nominate, obstacle, omnivore, poverty, prosecute, rhombus, thermometer, volatile. Okay, on our key, blue vertical line equals syllable break. All right, just as we've done in prior weeks, let's go back now and find our stressed syllable. Remember, the stressed syllable is the one we say a little bit louder and a little bit stronger. So in the word accommodate, we stress the second syllable. In compensate, we stress the first syllable. Complicated, comprehend, consolidate, back to the second syllable. Cooperate, second syllable. Dominate, first syllable. Economy, second syllable. hippopotamus, third syllable. Misconduct, misconduct. That one's tricky. What do you think? First syllable, misconduct or misconduct? I'm going to go with the second syllable. Modify, molecule, nominate, obstacle, omnivore, poverty, prosecute, rhombus, thermometer. You know what? I'm going to move. And if you can't do this on your page, that's fine. But I'm going to move my syllable break over there. So I have thermometer. It doesn't really matter. And then volatile. Okay. Red check equals stressed syllable. Now here's the great news. Our stressed syllables are very easy to spell this week because every single one of them uses an O to make the ah sound. There's nothing tricky there. But we do have a lot of unstressed syllables, and unstressed syllables often take on that schwa sound. Whatever vowel or vowel team we put in there, it all kind of morphs into that sound. So let's find some of these. In accommodate, we hear it right at the beginning, two schwa sounds there. Compensate, complicated, comprehend, consolidate. I'm just trying to circle the I in there. Cooperate, dominate, economy, hippopotamus. Look at that. Hippopotamus. 3 different vowels all making the sound. Misconduct. I'm going to keep the U there. I think it makes it sound. Modify, molecule, nominate, obstacle, omnivore, poverty, prosecute, rhombus, thermometer, and volatile. Okay, here's where you're going to pour in all your effort this week, trying to remember which vowel you need to use to make that unstressed schwa sound. Okay? When I'm spelling this word, which by the way, I think this is probably the hardest word I ever learned to spell. I can never remember how many C's or M's. I still, in my head, accommodate, compensate, complicate. Really stress those short vowel sounds, okay? That'll help you with your spelling. All right, so now what I want to talk about are prefixes, because we have lots of great prefixes this week. We have lots of big vocabulary, but now that you're getting more familiar with these prefixes, they're going to help you understand some of these unknown words. So, for instance, look at the word misconduct. You've seen that prefix miss before, right? If you misspell something, you spell it wrong. If you misbehave, you behave wrong. So you know what conduct is, right? You probably get conduct grades on your report card, right? They measure how well you behave. So if someone gets in trouble for misconduct at school or on the job, that means they get in trouble for behaving the wrong way. So miss means wrong. It's a great prefix to know. Another prefix to know is omni. Omni means all. If someone is omniscient, they're all knowing. If someone's omnipotent, they're all powerful. If an animal is an omnivore, it eats everything, right? We have herbivores who eat plants. We have carnivores who eat meat. And then we have omnivores who eat it all. Okay. Another prefix that I want you to notice, because you're going to be doing a whole page on it, on page 38, is the prefix com. Com means with or together, but it is an assimilated prefix, which means it changes a little bit depending on which word you glue it onto. The first letter of that word determines whether you're going to use a com in words like compensate, complicate, and comprehend, or you're going to change that M to an N in words like consolidate. Or you might change it to CO in words like cooperate, work together, right? All of these words have that same prefix, which means with or together, okay? So we're going to spend a lot of work on that later in this unit. But on your key, pink box equals prefix. All right. Now, before I let you go, let's make sure you understand the meanings of all this vocabulary, because there is some great vocab here that you should know. So, when you accommodate someone, you meet their needs. So let's say your family's going on vacation and you're staying at a hotel, but you're not allowed to check into the hotel until 3 o'clock. You arrive at noon. Would it be possible to check into your room a little bit early? What do? You call or you walk up to the front desk and say, hey, do you have rooms available right now? Can you accommodate me and my family? Can you meet our needs? Maybe you get into your hotel room and you find out there's just one big bed and you really need 2 beds because there's 4 of you. You call down to the front desk. We need more beds. Can you accommodate us with a different room? Okay, so to accommodate means to meet a person's needs. To compensate somebody means to pay them. So if your neighbor goes on vacation and they ask you to take care of their dog all week and check their mail and water their plants, you're doing a lot of favors for them. They might choose to compensate you, which means at the end of the week, they might give you some money or maybe bring you a gift from their trip. Okay, so when you compensate someone, you pay them. Complicated, I think you know that word, right? If something's complicated, it's tricky. To comprehend is to understand. This is something your reading teachers work on. They want to make sure that when you read a story, you can comprehend it. You can explain what happened. Consolidate means to combine. So sometimes people have a lot of credit card debt, right? Instead of paying off 5 different credit cards each month, they might consolidate everything, put it all together, and have one payment. Okay, cooperate. We'll look at means together. Operate means to do something. So when you cooperate, you work together. Okay? Cooperate. File that away. That'll help you with the spelling. If you dominate, that means you always come out on top. You are in control. So sometimes in baseball leagues, there's one team that always wins. They dominate the league. They are the ones that are on top and in control. Economy has to do with the money in a particular place. Okay, so if you live near the ocean, you live in a small town, your economy might depend on tourists coming to the beach and eating at your restaurants, fishermen going out to sea to catch fish, right? So the ocean and the beach are an important part of your economy. That's how your town makes money. So we can talk about the economy of a particular town or the economy of the whole country, right? During the Great Depression, the economy of the country was horrible. There were so many people out of jobs. The stock market had crashed. People couldn't pay their loans. So we had big problems with the economy, big problems with money in our country. Hippopotamus, just think hippo, right? Misconduct we talked about. To modify something means to change it a little bit, okay? So your teacher gives you an assignment and maybe there are 20 math problems, but then there's a fire drill, so you can't get all the problems done. He might modify the assignment, change it a little bit. Say, okay guys, instead of answering 20 questions, just answer 10. So to modify something is to change it a little bit. Molecule, those are like little building blocks of matter. If you look under a microscope, you'll be able to see molecules. The naked eye isn't powerful enough to see molecules. To nominate someone is to pick someone, right? So your class needs a new class president, or they need someone to speak at the assembly. They need someone to be the special classroom helper. You can nominate someone. You can say, hey, I think James should do it. I think Jen should do it. So when you nominate someone, you pick someone. An obstacle, that's something that's in your way, okay? If a road is closed because there's flooding and it's not safe to drive, Public Works will come out and put obstacles there, right? Little sawhorses or signs, things that block your way, right? Those obstacles tell you, nope, you can't come through here. We talked about omnivores. Poverty is a lack of money. Okay, so back to the Great Depression. Poverty was a huge problem because people didn't have jobs, because people were losing their homes. They didn't have enough money to buy food, so they were living in poverty. Prosecute means to charge someone with a crime. Okay. Sometimes you go into a store and there are signs that say shoplifters will be prosecuted. What that means is if they catch you stealing their stuff, they're going to call the police and press charges. Okay? So to prosecute someone is to charge them with a crime. A rhombus is a four-sided shape with four equal angles and four equal lengths. So technically, this is what we think of when we see a rhombus, right? It looks like a diamond and all four sides are equal. But a square is also a rhombus. If you think about it, it's got four sides and all four sides are equal. I don't know if I said four equal angles, but erase that, because obviously this rhombus does not have four equal angles. A rhombus just has to have four equal sides. Okay, thermometer. Now, when you're spelling this word, think of thermometer. A meter measures stuff, right? So a thermometer measures the heat. It could be the heat outside. It could be the heat in your body, right? Your mom takes your temperature. She puts a thermometer in your mouth or on your forehead, behind in your ear. That measures the heat in your body. Last word is volatile. If something's volatile, it's likely to change quickly for the worse. Okay, so let's say there's a town meeting and there's a bunch of people who are upset about new taxes, or they're upset about a new building that's coming up. They might start off calm, but then you get the sense of, oh my gosh, there's going to be fighting and yelling in a second. That's a volatile situation. Certain chemicals like gasoline are volatile, right? They might be fine now, but get them near heat or matches and they're going to explode. So something volatile is ready to explode, right? It's okay now, but things are going to change for the worse very quickly. All right, that's a lot of vocab, but these are all great words to know. So good luck, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.